Hi everybody, I'm Shelby and this is 5 Minute Flute. Today we're going to talk about hand position. Our wrists are really important to us as flutists. If we bend them oddly while we play, it might feel okay for a little while, but eventually you're going to cause carpal tunnel, you're going to cause tendonitis. Horrible. Don't do that. So what we want to pay attention to is the angle of our wrists. So, look at this here. We want this to be fairly straight. If we arch, we're creating a lot of tension here. And same thing if we bend way under. It might feel good to bend way under because you feel like you're getting more support on that thumb. Here, no. We want a nice straight line. And same thing with our other wrist. This wrist is going to naturally bend a little bit, but we don't want to be way under here. And we don't want to have any sort of odd arching here. We want to have a nice, easy sensation here. When you take away the flute, the goal is to have your hand still be in a pretty normal position. Kind of normal flute. Another thing we need to pay attention to is what our fingers are doing, right? So, what I see a lot of my students doing is something like this. They will place their finger down, collapse, bring it up, and then come up. Let's see if I can get a side view of that. So, they go down, collapse, up, up. So what you're doing is a motion that should only require 2 movements is now requiring 4. So why does that matter? Because when you're playing something fast, you're playing a scale, or you're playing Peter and the Wolf, something that's really technical, economy of movement is key. The more movements you're adding, the harder it's going to be. So, if you can eliminate this down, collapse, uncollapse, up movement, and refine it to something like down, up, the easier everything is going to be, period. Finally, we need to look at what our fingers are doing in relation to the keys. How high are they above the keys? Our goal is to have them pretty low. We don't want them to be almost touching the keys, especially this G sharp or A flat key here. I see a lot of people hanging down like this and then kind of hitching it up when they need it. This is another thing that's going to create problems when you're trying to play something really fast and technical, because it's, again, creating extra movement that you don't need to do. So the goal is to have your fingers either right above or lightly resting on the keys. And that way, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to worry about your hands being way up here. They're nice, they're ready to go. They're at your disposal instead of hanging all over the place. So, there you have it. A few things about hand position to think about when you practice this week. If you liked what you saw, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And if you live in the greater Boston area and you'd like to sign up for lessons, visit my studio website and shoot me an email. Thank you for watching and have a great week.